Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I can hear you good.
All right, dude. What's going on?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Rainy day up here in Quebec City, but I mean,
Oh, really?
that's all right. Looks nice down there, or wherever you are. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm in downtown Chicago now. We're doing rehearsals right now
Okay,
for you guys.
yeah, for us, man, this could be
Yeah.
awesome. Sorry, man. Well,
Mhm.
let's just. It's recording, so you
Cool.
hear me good, right?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, can
Okay,
you hear
so
me?
yeah, perfectly. So let's just
Okay,
jump
good.
right into this, man.
Cool.
Man, how are you doing? It's Tim, always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure to catch up. Always a pleasure to see you. It always brings back great memories, man.
Yes, we've had a long run with you, my friend.
Yeah.
We go way, way back, right? From
Yeah.
early. You've seen us in our early days.
The early days, man. We had
Um,
some good times up here in Quebec, elsewhere as well. You said you guys are in rehearsals right now? How are the guys doing?
yeah. They're doing great. Yeah. Everyone's doing great. We're all in Chicago at the moment, rehearsing, last couple days, going through the songs, dusting off the gear. Because these shows in Quebec are our first shows of the summer.
Yeah.
So we haven't really been touring, since we got back from Australia with, Blink in February. So these are our first shows back. And so we're trying to dust off some songs, bring something new and that we haven't done yet before to Quebec. So it's been good. It's been good to see everybody again.
I think that's amazing. I'm just going to tell you that's going to be hard because you guys have been up here quite a few times and have always
Yes.
given awesome shows. So something new up here, I mean, that's just going to be special for sure. Uh,
Yeah.
how this is not going to make us get any or seem any younger because we're young at
Right.
heart. But I
A
mean,
young
next
heart.
year, dude, it'll be 2025, and it's actually going to be the 20th anniversary of that 123 Punk tour we did up here in Quebec. Snowstorm, the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was March up in Canada and Quebec. Do you still have good memories of that tour?
Absolutely. Those are like some of my most like intimate connections to Quebec, because usually, since then we, hopped on a tour bus and we travel at night and we don't see a lot outside the venue. But back then we were in our van driving from town to town, staying at the hotels in the town, playing the little venues, and really like stopping at the gas station, stopping at all the restaurants. That was my first real introduction to what Quebec is, what makes it so different than the rest of North America. It was like I still have great memories and such a good connection to the entire province.
And this might be, I mean, this is not the only place in the world that for Rise Against, it's a special place. But how
Mhm.
special is it for you that you know that you can come up here, let's say annually? And I'm not going to lie, you guys could probably come up here more than, once a year, and thousands of fans would come up because that love relationship is just huge, and it's been there for quite a few, not even just years, decades, man. So how special is that for you to know that every time you come up here, everybody's waiting to see you and have a good time?
It's incredible. We always feel so welcome there. The fans are always great. They go crazy. There's so many generations of fans now because it's been so many years. It really was one of the first. I feel like we played Quebec like disproportionately more than we played a lot of places around us. Because I don't know why. I think that was just kind of by chance. But what happened with that, we just kind of got formed a close connection to Quebec City and Montreal, but also a lot of the little cities in between.
Does it still blow your mind that music can go far beyond the language barrier? I mean, up here, obviously French is our first language, but you guys tour the
Right.
world and you'll go elsewhere where, people speak German and people speak Italian.
Hmm.
Does it blow your mind that, music just can go so much further than the language barrier that just talking sometimes kind of stops that, you know what I mean? The music, I mean, the language barrier can stop a discussion, but music just goes
Totally.
far beyond that.
Yes, it's very true. And we live in a world now where there are so many things designed to disconnect us from each other. There are things designed to wedge things between us, and keep us all in different sides of arguments and everything. And music is one of those great unifiers, it's one of those things that kind of bring people together. And that's what I feel like I learned early on as a young person is that we were all not so different,
Yeah.
and we started going to Quebec and, like you said, Germany and Europe and then Japan and Australia. And I realized that everybody was out there looking for how we are different, and to me, I was blown away about how much we are all the same.
Love it, love it.
Mhm.
You guys have been touring a lot since the last album. I have to ask because fans want to know, where are you guys at with new music?
Yeah, we wrote a bunch of new songs. We are putting the finishing touches on what will be our 10th album
Okay, yeah.
right now. And so it's pretty exciting because it was one of those moments where you're like, I can't believe we're making a 10th album right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all going really well. It's really exciting. I can't wait for people to hear what we're cooking up.
You can't give me a timeline, eh?
It's too early. Too
Okay.
early days. Yeah.
I tried, man. I tried, just
Yeah.
doing my job.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, is it, we're talking about the 10th album, not out yet, but just preparing it. Is it easier or harder in 2024, nowadays, after all these years and a 10th album coming out, to write new music?
You know, the most pressure we ever feel is the pressure we put on ourselves, and there is a freedom to going into your 10th record because you've already sort of, for better or for worse, you've cemented your legacy. You know what I mean? People already have an opinion on who we are as a band. You either like it or you don't like it. And that's kind of comes with a lot of freedom to then go into your 10th record and realize we've already ticked a lot of boxes. We already know a lot of the songs that we're already going to play up in Quebec when we come. And so this is sort of like a lot of bonus years that we're living as a band that we didn't know we'd still be around doing this,
That's awesome.
And we have songs that we can rely on that we'll be able to rely on forever. And now we can just kind of explore and make sounds that just make us happy and scratch our own itches and have fun, which I think is kind of the way it's always been anyway. But maybe it's a little bit of a even more of that perspective. And
Yeah.
so it's a lot more, I don't know. We have a lot more fun nowadays, I think,
Okay.
just kind of taking it and not rushing it and having fun with creating songs and trying to make songs that compete with our old songs.
Yeah. Has the inspiration for the songwriting changed throughout the years? I mean, we get older, we go through different things in life. We have kids.
Yeah,
There's so many things. The world around us stays the same but changes at the same time.
totally. Yeah.
Does the inspiration for the songwriting change a bit for Rise Against?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like we live in a world that's so full of so much like disinformation and misinformation now. And we do rely on the music to kind of cut through a lot of that noise. And so I feel like a certain responsibility to always be diving into, politics and change and awareness, all those things, but doing it in a way that's responsible and making sure that we are not leading people astray and also being clear about who we are as a band and where we fit into all of it.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about sharing the stage with the Offspring, July 7th, our huge festival up here, Festival d'été de Québec, on a historic site, Les Plaines d'Abraham. How stoked are you guys for this, let's call it this crazy other or new chapter in your relationship with Quebec City?
Yeah, right. I know. I didn't know there were other festivals we haven't played yet,
Yeah.
I thought we did them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be there. And we go way back with the Offspring. I mean, the Offspring were a band when I was just in high school.
Yeah.
They've been playing for a long time, and they're definitely veterans at what they do. And we have crossed paths with them many, many times over the last 20 some odd years. And so I think it's the right show to bring to Quebec. I think there's a lot of Offspring fans in our audience. There are a lot of Rise fans in their audience. I think there's something about our bands that have always kind of gone together, and so I look forward. It's a good lineup. It's a good night of music.
So Tim, to finish this up, you told me just now when we started talking, you guys are in rehearsal, dusting off, and I read somewhere that you guys are going to be dusting off some old songs, some songs you haven't played in a while, and putting that out there when you guys are going to be on the North American tour that's kicking off as well, but now on the festival tour. How far back or how, Jimmy, how far back are you guys going with the songs? And maybe what's a song? I don't know if you can tell me this, but what's a song you guys haven't played in a while that you might be playing up here?
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to put you on the spot, bro.
No, it's all good. I just walked out of rehearsal. We were just playing the song "Worth Dying For," which comes off of for the suffer and the witness.
Yeah.
So, but you know, there's no limits to how far we're willing to go back. You know,
Awesome.
I like to hear the 2024 version of Rise Against playing songs from 23 years ago.
Awesome.
I think we're different musicians. We've gotten better, hopefully, and we can. And I like presenting, you know, old stuff to young fans that may not even been born when the records came out. You know, I
Yeah.
think we're trying to pay attention to like our catalog and our legacy, and make sure that we get to songs that we haven't gotten to before. You
Okay.
know, and then present them live, but still playing songs people want to hear, that they come to the show to hear. You know, not completely neglecting the more popular songs. And so I think like most bands, we're trying to like find that balance.
Yeah. I got a little mission for you, just to say hi to the guys for me, please. And
Absolutely, yes.
you guys are actually, I mean, we're talking about the 7th of July because we're in Quebec City, but you guys are actually coming up here pretty soon in the next, you know, couple of days, because you're going on a festival run in the province of Quebec. So we'll see each other again. It's always a pleasure
Yes.
to shoot the shit, have a, you know, few minutes to talk a bit, to catch up, but you know, always a pleasure to see you guys up on stage, whether it's here or anywhere else.
Absolutely. There are so few familiar faces along this road. And so it's good to see you, Reg, after all this time, you know, and it's great to be sharing this journey with you for sure. You know, thanks for all that. You've always been such a huge supporter of our band, and when we think of Quebec, we think of you.
Oh man, that just, you know, I got the emotions going. Hey Tim,
It's true.
thanks for this. Get back to the guys, and we're gonna see you guys up here real soon.
Yep, can't wait. Merci.
All right, see you, brother.
Cool. All right, Reg, take care, man. We'll
All
see you
right,
soon.
thanks, Tim. See you soon, man.
Oh, yeah, later.
All right, bye.